Hi guys, Dr. Lou here with Dr. Lou's Low Carb Diets. Now, today is another product review. We're doing this brand again, Be Keto. So, what have we learned so far about this brand? We've learned that it tries to use healthy ingredients as much as it can. We've learned again, yes, obviously they sacrifice some flavor for healthier product. They use top premium packaging and the ingredients are very expensive. So basically, this is an interesting one because I tried one of their keto chips last time and they were a bit bland. The smell was phenomenal, unrivaled. The packaging, fantastic. The texture was really good. The flavor wasn't so good. So I'm quite interested to see if these guys can live up to a higher standard of flavor. Now, again, you can see, yeah, very, very reflective packaging. This is, I mean, I like it a lot for visual effect, but when it comes down to actually reading detail, it's really hard to do it. So if you're in the wrong angle, you have to sit there for a while, trying to get the light to be a bit darker so that it's reflective. So, because when it reflects, you can hardly read anything. Again, not too much of an issue. What I've done is I've made sure I've got the accurate pictures and the information, and I've got it for you to display on screen to discuss it today. So let's have a look at these. Let's see if these are good for a ketogenic diet. Okay, guys, there's the front of the pack of crisps. Obviously, they say keto chips. That's the American term. They like to say chips. We like to say crisps in the UK. Now, let's have a look. Be keto, keto chips, protein and fiber source. Flavor, obviously, there. Spicy cheese. I do like a bit of spicy cheese. And you have the little information here at the bottom in these circles. And if you do look at these products, you'll find them unbelievably hard to read. So high protein, 5.9 grams of carb. Now, it's debatable for a ketogenic diet. What is it, do you think is acceptable as amount of net test in it to see if it does have a detrimental impact on the ketogenic diet. So if the ketones go down, then I'll know that, a lot, then we'll know that it's really not or shouldn't be associated to keto diets. We can see it says gluten-free. I personally know people need that for certain reasons. I don't care at all about it. Gluten in bread and stuff like this is totally acceptable to me, as obviously because it's like a very thick, dense protein. Clean label, great taste. So this is obviously, that's why I really want to see the taste for these crisps. Net weight 30 grams. So there are 30 grams in here as well. So obviously kind of standard size for a bag of crisps or chips, if you like. Now, let's jump on. Here we go. So we've got some information on the back here. Be keto chips, 100% keto friendly. Your new favorite low carb and keto snack. Gluten-free, high in protein and fiber, ultra low in carbohydrates, exactly what you need when you need a little cheat. Created with ketogenic enthusiasts in mind, our keto chips will satisfy all of your cravings. Now, first thing I would like to point out there is obviously it's saying it's a cheat, and I would say treat this as a cheat because the number of carbs. Okay. Again, if you're someone who really likes to keep, in ketosis, then you'll be cooking. If you go look at my other videos, you'll see how you can just cook very simple, fast, no fuss meals where you are just zero carb. Yeah, so you can have that for breakfast and lunch, and then you can eat this, and it will literally, you'll have 6 grams of carb, right? And then after that, you can probably eat a little bit, of something else, like for example, some tomatoes, some mushrooms, and it won't pull you out of ketosis. So it depends on your whole mindset and your also at the same time, really a bit of willpower to understand that these are a treat. Okay. Now, Here we go. No added sugar, high fiber, high protein, low carb. And above there is created with ketogenic enthusiasts in mind. Our keto chips will satisfy all your cravings. Lovely. Now, in the ingredients here, we can see here, ingredients, they've got chips, and the chips are soy protein concentrate, tapioca, and potato starch. Again, quick flag for possible carb readings there. Fiber, again, you can get some carb off of fiber, even though most fiber is you can't digest. Salt, potato flakes, soy lecithin. All right, flavors, milk, vegetable oils in varying proportions, sunflower, rapeseed, acid, lactic acid, cayenne, pepper, salt. And so that's the full list of ingredients. Again, very simple, straightforward. You can see for a fact why it's higher in carbs, because you have the starches, you have obviously the potato flakes, lots of starch in potato. We understand that, again, this is going to be a bit more of a treat, and you should have it rarely, okay? Let's see that. Let's move on. No other kind of huge issue here that I can see, anything a bit suspicious. Let's jump on here to the nutrition facts or nutritional information. Serving size, one package, 30 grams. And then you go down, the serving container is one. So again, it doesn't come in a multi-pack, it's just one you buy. You have the 30 gram readings here. You've got the energy there in calories and kilojoules. Over here, then we start off with the total fat, which we want this one here, 2.7, okay? Here, which saturates 0.4, which is quite low actually. Now we're on what we're interested in, carbohydrates, 5.9, okay? So here, which sugars, you've got 0.6. So the actual instant hitting sugars are 0.6. Now down here, you have fiber at 5.3 grams. Now, this fiber here would be a bit of a question, because how are they adding up their carbohydrates? Are they adding the fiber with the sugars, or are they adding like the other starches and things in there from the potato flakes? Because they're not adding them or breaking up here, because you can only see the sugars impact. So again, it depends, and there should probably be more information, especially for ketogenic diet. Again, you could have fibers that hit your diet, but also it's probably all the starch. Protein here, you have 12 grams, which is quite high for a bag of crisps. And then you have salt at 1.08 grams, which is actually extremely high for salt for a packet of crisps. So you've got 1.08 grams. I mean, they pushed up the legal or the official NHS number of grams for salt, and that was 6 grams per day. So 1.08 grams is actually quite high for a bag of crisps. But crisps are salt based, they're covered in salt, so there you go. Again, as I said, you'd have it as a treat, and you wouldn't necessarily eat loads of these per day. Probably just once or twice a week max. Okay, moving on. We now want to go on to the taste test. Okay, so back to me here. Let's bring out this beautiful shiny bag of chips or crisps, and we can see here that again it's spicy cheese flavor. So that's something I think that everyone can appreciate as a flavor. So without further ado, let's open these up. Smell test. Oh man, this is the thing. The smell on these. My mouth is watering now. The smell is outstanding. It's literally, normal crisps are a hard-hitting bang in your face of like salt and vinegar or something. This is like a meal. Oh, there's so many things going on. It is unbelievable. This is next level. I said last time, the crisps, the smell is unbelievable. It's fantastic. I cannot put them down for packaging, for the aroma that comes off the crisps. Oh, I could do that all day. That is just superb. Now, you can smell all the mixes of the cheese, that pepper, the cayenne pepper. You can smell even the salt, believe it or not, a salty smell. And it all mixing together. It's just beautiful. The smell is next level. But now we have to taste it and the texture. Now this is what let it down last time for the crisps. Let's try these. Much, much better than the other ones I reviewed. I think it was the Chinese spice or Oriental spice. This is much better flavor. Mm, I like these. These are healthy. The smell is next level. It's just out of this world. The flavor's nice. Texture's lovely. So I'm going to say maybe for these, I'm going to give these an 8.5. They're crisps. They're yummy. The smell is next level, and they're crunchy, which is delicious. To add all together, you get all of that fantastic texture, and the taste, yeah, the smell, and it makes them delicious. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go away and finish these. I'm also obviously test to see if it has an impact on my ketogenic diet, if the ketones go less or more, and then we'll know if it'll have an impact or not. 1 minute for you guys, yeah, or should I say literally 1 second for you guys, and for me, a few hours. See you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back, and the readings were actually quite positive. The ketosis had actually increased, so it seemed it actually had zero impact on ketosis, and in fact didn't even stop it increasing. So I'd have to say the spicy cheese B keto crisps of 100% approved. Fantastic. 8.5, definitely. As I said, amazing smell. Taste is really nice, and the texture is lovely. So if you want to buy them, I'll put the link down there. You can go ahead and jump on and buy them if you think they're going to be conducive to your diet. Now, don't forget, that's down to a subjective thing. Again, as I said, if you're going super zero carb, it's best to just go natural, au naturel. And if you got hunger, these would be fantastic for the au naturel one. Why? Because they use the healthiest ingredients. And it seems they had zero impact on the actual production of ketones. In fact, it just continued to increase. So, all good news. And what I would say is if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, guys, see you later. Okay, so I'm back, and the readings were actually quite positive. The ketosis had actually increased, so it seemed it actually had zero impact on ketosis, and in fact didn't even stop it increasing. So I'd have to say the spicy cheese B keto crisps of 100% approved. Fantastic. 8.5, definitely. As I said, amazing smell. Taste is really nice, and the texture is lovely. So if you want to buy them, I'll put the link down there. You can go ahead and jump on and buy them if you think they're going to be conducive to your diet. Now, don't forget that's down to a subjective thing. Again, as I said, if you're going super zero carb, it's best to just go natural, au naturel. And if you got hunger, these would be fantastic for the au naturel one. Why? Because they use the healthiest ingredients. And it seems they had zero impact on the actual production of ketones. In fact, it just continued to increase. So, all good news. And what I would say is if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, guys, see you later.